Your Excellency, yesterday we underscored the urgency of what we're dealing with. We spoke about the numbers, we saw the stark reality that we're faced with as a generation, the situations that we find ourselves in. We spoke about the fact that a lot of the challenges we're dealing with may not have been caused by ourselves. You know, we may not be the generation that polluted the rivers. We may not be the generation that caused informal settlements. But we agreed that the imperative ahead of us needs a certain kind of leadership. It needs bold leadership. It needs committed leadership. It needs proper planning, and it needs leaders who care. Your Excellency, the delegates today here, and many, may not know what our country has had to go through to achieve what we can proudly talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the boldest, bravest leaders who will go down in history as having set the tone for the urban future of this country is President William Samoei Ruto. President William Ruto decided and committed and had promised that we must change this narrative in our urban spaces. He was vilified, his politics was threatened, there were demonstrations, there were almost riots. People said that that is the end of his career. But President William Ruto said that if you want to lead the orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd and you must do what needs to be done. President William Ruto, on behalf of the people of Nairobi, we thank you because we are giving dignity to people. We are giving real dignity to families, to women, to children, hope, even increasing their self-esteem. I want to tell you something, that is the kind of leadership that we require from all of us in all our countries. If we have 40 out of the 54 African countries represented here, with that same level of tenacity and focus, we can actually change the tide. What President Ruto did, because people asked him, don't you have a house yourself? Why are you thinking about those who don't have a house? Previous administrations had attempted to do this. And when there was a little whiff of resistance, their tails went in between their legs and said, oh, let's leave it. You have a house. Let's take care of our other issues that are less politically, risky. But President Ruto did or expressed what has been defined by Leo Tolstoy, sometimes attributed to Fyodor Dostoevsky, that if you feel pain, it is because you're alive. But if you feel somebody else's pain, it is because you're a human being. That personal suffering only points to mere existence, but empathy is what defines humanity. Many of the actions you're going to take, many of the actions we're discussing are not for yourselves or for your families, but are for those who may not be in this room, who cannot make a case for themselves. So I want to encourage all of you that you're not in Nairobi in vain. What you're doing is the work of God, I will call it that, because you're giving hope, you're giving dignity, and you're changing the course of generations to come.